It's the NFL playoffs on EA Sports. No bigger stage than this one. Sold out MetLife Stadium, located just outside of New York City. Tonight, it's the AFC's turn to take center stage as we've got a wild card matchup on tap between the Tennessee Titans and the New York Jets. And the opening kickoff will not be returned, as that will be a touchback. Willis now off of play action. He'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up second. Another try after the first down sack. Willis. And this one is incomplete.
And this drive was almost over before it began. Again, thanks to a great defensive effort. Sack on first down, followed by an incompletion. One more good rep, and they get off the field.
I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is 3rd and long. Here's Willis, 3rd and long. He's going to take another shot here. And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Titans. A great play there. 82 yards. And the Titans will strike first here in this wild card matchup. They talked about stringing together some explosive plays here in the playoffs. That was a pretty explosive play.
It certainly was. And if you're going to win on the road, it certainly helps to have big playability in your hip pocket, doesn't it?
Lutz good on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. They start on the ground with Elliott. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They keep on the ground with Elliott. They'll take it past the 40 to the 41, 2nd down. They get the USC man, Elijah Vera Tucker. They go play action here on 1st down. On the move to his left. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down. Charles, already trailing by a touchdown early. This offense, how imperative is it for them to get points out of this drive?
Well, they feel like they have to go ahead and match because of what was already on the board against their defense. But I think even more so, you just want to avoid 3 and outs. You want to be able to stay on the field for a little while, let your defense catch their breath a little bit, even if you don't score any points.
On second down, Elliott found a little room there as he's up to about the 37.
Backed up here, tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. Flush to his right. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. Here's the Jets punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. Take it in at the 22. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. A 39-yard punt, a return of 5, and it'll be Titan football. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. Look, they're on the road, so getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. That'd be ideal.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Sometimes being a linebacker in the middle of the field is kind of like being a doctor on the field. You got to make the right diagnosis. Here he correctly sends his run and shoots through to make the play in the backfield.
On 2nd and 11 now. Willis. And the Jets pressure 2 notches. Down he goes. It'll go as a loss of about 6, and now it brings up 3rd.
We said it before the game, and I think it's still apparent. If these guys are going to advance in these playoffs, they're going to have to wreak some havoc coming off the edge.
Yeah, wild card round. They told us the wild card could be that defensive pressure. They showed it there.
Everybody was up there ready at the line of scrimmage, CD, but no snap, and the delay of game ensued.
Yeah, and I'm sure their head coach is asking the exact same thing. What's going on out there? Almost like they thought they had more time than actually was on the clock.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete.
And this is what you want to see from a defense. Give up an opening drive touchdown, that's fine. But how about them going back out there, recommitting themselves to the task at hand, and forcing a 3 and out, and giving the ball back to their offense.
And taken right on the 30. And he goes out right around the 39. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt.
Will take over.
Good starting position for the Jets as they come up 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. They'll start the drive with Elliott.
That tackle by Jeffrey Simmons.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. They'll set up a throw. Steps away to his left. And he's got his target, Harris. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. A gain of 28 yards there and give him the first down. They'll try the left side.
Albert to about the 26 here.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
They stay on the ground, but this time it's Elliott. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
They got to get to the 20 to keep the drive alive on 3rd down. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Anderson. And he is going to have a Jets first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. A first down carry by Elliott. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Good running right there. And this is a man who was a 1,000-yard rusher in the regular season, so you know he's going to get his chances. And he picks up nice yardage on that one.
And he'll be dropped at about the 11 after only a yard. After 7-0 on EA Sports. The 8th play of the drive coming up. It's 3rd and 3. They'll try and run for it with Elliott. But he's able to pick up the first before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4. All right, so they got that one, Charles, against the center.
And let's remember how difficult it is for the center, because remember, he's got to snap the ball to put the play in motion, and sometimes you got that big guy on your nose. You got sometimes where he's coming at you at an angle. It's a difficult job for him to snap the ball and then execute his block.
They're going to look to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he is going to be stopped at the 12, short of the first down. So 8 yards on the completion there, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. Nagar's kick is good, and they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's #1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
He's going to float this over the middle, deep. He's got a man, complete. Touchdown, Titans. A big play there. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Titans are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Lutz with the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to 11. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. A short kick taken at the 18. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They've got to be a little shell-shocked. Down double digits at home in the playoffs. Still in the first half. They've got to turn things around quickly. Channing Tindall is there for the tackle.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Pressure comes, and the Titans able to bring him down. Jeffrey Simmons gets him for a loss of 8. What great push up front.
In every game we talk about what are going to be the keys as we go into it. Maybe that's a key for their defense today. Pressure the quarterback and make sure you play a good zone defense behind them, and they get their first sack of the contest.
That is caught by Anderson. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Up the middle, here's Elliott. And a good push there defensively as they stop him at the 48. A gain of just 1. 2nd and 9 now. Being chased out left. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. And the Titans are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50.
Well, when he feels the pressure, naturally he likes going to his left, as most left-handed quarterbacks do. But this time he tries to let this go on the run, and it's going to wind up getting intercepted.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He's got his man. It's Andrews. And some room to roam now. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage. The offense schemed going 5 wide, trying to create a chance for the big shot, and they took it. If he comes down with that one, that's a huge offensive swing. But credit the defense with a nice play, knocking that one away.
And a 5-yard gain as he's down inside the 30 to the 28-yard line. 2 minutes to play here in this first half of the NFL playoffs. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Here's Willis. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. And it's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tennessee. A great effort there. On his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Titans continue to pull the playoff surprise as they lead big here on the road. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And it's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Inside give to Elliott. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Got an open man here, and it's K.J. Hamler. 1st and 10 here. You know, if they could just get 3 out of this, there's something about narrowing it to a 2-score game at half that makes it feel like much less of an obstacle. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked off by Brandon Eccles. And the Titans are going to take possession of the football. An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come.
He's got a man, complete. Touchdown, Titans. A great play there. On his way to a monster game, 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Titans are able to add on to their first-half lead. Lutz good on the extra point. And the route is on here in this first half. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone. So Just over 30 seconds to go in the half. They've got it 1st and 10. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. On play action, they'll throw. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. So that one a hold right guard.
And you understand why offensive and defensive linemen probably go to martial arts schools and work on their hands so often, because that can be the make or break difference on a play. This time he had to grab a jersey in order to make the play happen. Got caught for the penalty.
And he'll push forward here for a good little run as the clock continues to run. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. So that means they're down to one remaining here as we head toward halftime. A dime look defensively here for the Titans on third. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw.
He'll get this out wide here to Elliott.
And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. That'll bring up 4th down. They wind up getting 8 yards, but they needed more than that. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away.
Easy work.
That'll wind up being a 50-yard punt, though they do get 10 back on the return. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. The Titans offense set to begin the drive.
And with 5 seconds to go, this will likely be our final play. Last play of the half, Willis.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. And he brings this one back. It's a pick six and a jet touchdown.
So maybe some signs of life. This has been a defense. They've been all over the map here in this first half, but they're coming through with a big play.
And sometimes that one play is what you need. And it sounds overly simple, but this is a team that was close to being down and out before halftime. So to come back and return the interception for a touchdown, that's big.
Yeah, maybe it can serve, Charles, like you were alluding to, as a little bit of a wake-up call for them. We'll see.
Both teams try to avoid being one and done in these playoffs as we start the second half of this AFC wildcard game. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone. So we will start here at the 25. The New York offense taking over for their next possession.
And, Charles, that had to be an interesting locker room at halftime. This is a team that's had so much success this year. Haven't really had to deal with a lot of adversity at halftime, to be honest. But now here they are with their playoff lives on the line.
And I think when you're alluding to that interesting locker room, you're just wondering, how are they handling that bit of adversity that they're seeing right now? Because I think this is a team that has to look to lean on the veterans at this point. We know we're better than this. We've proved it all season. Let them disseminate that confidence through the locker room. But this opening drive, it'll be an important one for them to give them a little jolt of confidence moving forward.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
Watch 36 to Mike. If you don't get this one, you think you won't get this?
Back to throw.
And that incomplete, nearly intercepted. But remember, he had his hands on one earlier, had one pick. Could have been his second, but instead it's fourth down.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
They're indeed going for it as they look to throw.
Back to Elliott, and he's got him again.
A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a first down. From the shotgun, a give to Elliott. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. They'll set up to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. We talk a lot about setting the tone to start the game. Well, you want to start the tone right in the third quarter as well, and nearly lost a football there in their first drive.
And sometimes we overdo it when we talk about halftime adjustments and what teams are going to do. Most of the time, it's just a matter of executing the game plan you brought in. But I'll guarantee you, they didn't draw that play up on the whiteboard at halftime. They're fortunate to retain possession.
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. And the Titans are going to take possession of the football.
Well, I certainly think that we're seeing a big reason why this team has struggled to put points on the board so far, because too many of their drives have ended in turnovers already, and we still have almost a full half of football yet to play.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple.
Willis looks to pass it here.
He's got a man complete. It's Amari Cooper.
And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down, because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down, executed it to perfection.
And he's going to be brought down at about the 16.
Can I play?
Three receivers head out right, one to the left on 2nd and 3. In motion left, that's Cooper. From the 16, Willis. And he's got Cooper on the out route. That's complete. So back-to-back plays, each get nothing. And this will wind up being a 3rd and 3. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. On 3rd down, Stevens. And he'll be tackled about 2 yards shy of the line to gain. A 1-yard pickup leads to 4th down.
Damon, the boys fire.
4th down, Willis. He finds his man, complete. It's Andrews.
And he is going to pick up the Titans' first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive.
It's a gain of 4 that time, and it's good enough for a Tennessee first down. Now a handoff up the middle. It's Stevens. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
Now, that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater.
Emoji face with tears of joy. Emoji face with tears of joy. Emoji face with tears of joy.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down.
Now they send a man in motion right.
19 tight, 19 tight.
Willis will look to throw it.
Got a man, and it's taken in for a Titans touchdown.
Rondale Moore
from 4 yards out.
And the Titans are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this 3rd quarter.
Look, we all know that sometimes we see upsets in the wild card round. But I have to tell you, in this case, I did not see that coming.
I don't think anyone in the stadium saw it coming. You and I were coming in before the game. There was a couple in front of us talking about travel plans for next weekend. They might want to cancel those.
Yeah, I would say so, because right now it's looking more and more like they're going to be one and done. They're probably trying to call the hotel, make sure they get their security deposit back.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive.
Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here and maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual. They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
Out of the gun now on third down. He finds his man, complete. It's Hart. Back to throw now on first down. And Anderson's got it.
And they're going to get this up to midfield.
Still a few inches short of a first down as they come up now on second down. And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter.
Options galore here. Second and a few inches.
They go back to Alley. And he coughed it up. It's picked up by the Titans. And his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
You'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. And this is caught. And it's a Titans touchdown. A big play there. 52 yards.
And the Titans have sewn this one up as fourth.
Lutz with the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. They are most likely staring at a cold end to their season here in this wild card round. Nothing has gone right so far, and they are, to be frank, in desperation mode now as they begin with a 1st and 10. And finally, he's taken down at the 18.
106 yards rushing for him now as he goes over the century mark here in the wild card round.
They go to Elliott again. Able to fight for about 4 yards there to the 13.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
On second down, this is Harris. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. A 13-yard touchdown run.
And the Jets get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this fourth quarter deficit.
An extra point by Nagar is up and good. And that will cut this lead down to 25. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive.
They've got to be feeling very comfortable and confident here with this lead in the football here in the fourth quarter, Charles. And I don't think that they need to score again, but it seems like this offense is just getting better as the game goes on. They've scored on their last 2 drives.
It certainly feels like a chance for them to continue to have some fun out there, doesn't it? Game's already decided, as you noted, so they can continue to play loose, break out some other concepts, maybe run a few trick plays, get other people involved. Heck, even go deep on one of these first snaps just because they can.
A CD, they're up big, but they're still passing it. I mean, this is an offense that's had a lot of success in this game, and it seems like they're just having fun out there.
And it does feel like there's been a shift out there, doesn't it, partner? Listen, if you're up, you can continue to do what you want to do. It's up to the other team to make you change how you do things. They'll continue.
And it's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tennessee. Rondale Moore with his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Titans just continue to roll. Lots of look to add the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
And he goes out right around the 39. His second catch of this wild card game, and it goes for a first down. Back to throw here.
And this is going to fall to the ground, incomplete. That very nearly their 4th pick of the game. Instead, second down.
Again, he'll drop to throw.
He'll get this to Elliott.
And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
On 3rd down, Elliott. And he will have the first down as he's brought down up near midfield. 2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. They'll drop to throw. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
Very nicely done there on the reception, and what an impact this rookie made on this offense, Charles, in the regular season.
Yeah, he's a big part of why they are where they are. He stepped into an important role, embraced it, and in a lot of ways expanded it, and immediately made a connection with his quarterback.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down.
On this one, incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it, and it's 2nd down.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up, 2nd and 10. He'll drop to throw.
This is Hamler on the receiving end, and he'll be brought down at the 27.
They got to get it to the 21 here on 3rd down. They'll look to throw again. He finds his man, complete. It's Hart. That he won't quite make it. He needed 6. He got about 5. 4th down. He's been quiet today in the passing game, just his second catch.
Yeah, and people have to come up with schemes to limit him. And what a lot of teams do, they'll double him, use a linebacker underneath, a safety over the top. Sometimes they'll just take a corner, maybe their third corner if he's a bigger guy, and put him on a man-to-man to try and limit his touches. Just keep mixing it up, give him different angles, different looks, like a good boxer does.
And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. And here come the whistles and a timeout with 7 seconds left. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. They'll look to throw here. That one complete to Elliott. And they're going to get this down inside the 20. They said beginning of the season they wanted to get past the wild card round. Well, they just got past the wild card round.
How about that, being able to put the big check marks up in the locker room, right? Get to the wild card game. Check. Got that done. Win a wild card game. Big check. Now you've got to go ahead and set your sights higher. There is a bigger prize out there, and they still have an opportunity.
That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter at EA Madden NFL. With that, we say so long from MetLife Stadium.